Are you squatting wrong? Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to improve your squat form to get better results. Hey, welcome back to LiveLeanTV for Women. I'm your host, Jessica Rumba, and I specialize in teaching the ladies how to live lean. Today's episode is all about the squat. This is one of the #1 exercises ever because it does so much for your body, not just for your butt and legs, but also for your metabolism. But it's really important that you're doing it right, and there's a lot of mistakes that could be made on this exercise. So today we're going to go over the tips and tricks to help improve your form so that you can get better results. And the first thing I see a lot of people do wrong is the wrong knee and foot position when you're beginning to do your squat. So if it's just a body weight squat, putting your feet in the right position is the best way to get started. So you don't want your feet to be too much turned out. You definitely don't want them too much turned in. And then with your knees, definitely not going over the toes. You gotta keep your heels on the ground and the knees should be tracking right over your shoelaces, right about there. Okay, so make sure that you got your foot and your knee position set. That way your knees aren't going to buckle inwards, they're not going to buckle outwards, or do anything kind of crazy with your knees because that will put too much stress on your quads. Okay, the second mistake is forgetting to use variety with your squats. There are so many types of squats, and it would make the video too long if I were to show you all of them, but I'm just going to show you 5 of my favorite types of squats to make sure that you know you are aware of how much variety there is when it comes to squats. I'm going to show you one of my favorite varieties, which is the barbell back squat. And if you're not comfortable using the bar, which already weighs 45 pounds, when practicing these, you can use a broomstick or any kind of wooden dowel, something that is light but stiff, so you can get used to having a bar across your back. And then once you get good at the motion, then you can start adding little bits of weight. But the bar itself is 45 pounds, so make sure that you're ready for it. Now here is the kettlebell goblet squat. You can also use a dumbbell for this, but it's different because you're holding the weight right in front of your chest with 2 hands, and you can have your feet wide and do a sumo version or narrow. Different foot positions will make your muscles work in different ways, and what I like about this one is it really engages your abs. Now moving on to the dumbbell squat, you can either hold the dumbbells outside of your legs like I'm doing, or you could hold them in between your legs. But make sure that you're not bending too much forward as you're doing these. You still want to keep your head and chest upright and your shoulders back in position with that straight spine the entire time. And finally, the bodyweight squat. This is always a good go-to version whenever you're in a place where you don't have equipment, you're in a hotel room, at the park, anywhere. It's great to always practice your bodyweight squats, and yes, these are still challenging. To make it more intense, you could try doing different speeds and different rep counts. For beginners, try reaching your arms out to help counterbalance your weight. That way you won't have too much of an excessive forward lean, and you can really sit your butt back and down. Mistake number 3 has to do with your lower back, and this is what I call the ducktail because it sort of dips under as you're going too low in your squat. So watch what's happening to my lower back here. See how it's sort of rounded, and also the chest is coming forward. That's what we call a ducktail at the bottom of the squat. So everything is going good here, and then all of a sudden, whoop, and it drops underneath. That's what you want to try to avoid. So just go low enough to where right before the ducktail happens, that should be the depth of your squat and not too low. Okay, mistake number 4 is that you're using the wrong weight. Either you're using no weight at all and you just keep doing body weight squats, which is going to get you better to a certain point, but it won't help you get over your plateaus. So make sure you're using some weight, but of course you don't want the weight too heavy to where it messes up your perfect form. So it should be a weight that challenges you, but that you can also control. Mistake number 5 is people don't go low enough in their squats. Earlier I showed you the ducktail and how not to go too low, but you also have to make sure you don't go too shallow because staying up here is not going to give you enough of a stretch in your glutes to make any difference in your shape. So make sure that you get to that 90-degree point. Go as low as you can without dropping in the bucket. Okay? So make sure you're going all the way to full squat. So remember, the keys to getting your perfect squat is going low enough but not too low, using the right foot and knee positions, and making sure you're using a weight that's challenging you, and using all the variety that there is with squats. There's so many more that I didn't show today, and leave your favorite variety down below, and of course tell me what is the most common mistake that you see or the mistake that you are struggling with yourself. Leave a comment in the section below. As a reminder, our first Team Live Lean meetup is this September on the 6th at noon in Central Park, and we want you guys showing up in your Team Live Lean shirts. We only have 10 remaining for sale, and the sale ends August 26th, so go to teespring.com/Team Live Lean shirt. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys next Thursday. This is Jessica Rumba from LiveLeanTV for Women. Thanks for watching. As an alternative to buying your coffee out at Starbucks or any coffee shop for that matter, we definitely recommend that you guys are making your coffee so creamy and delicious.